rocks, because it was full of rocks, the property. And of course, nothing can grow when there are so many rocks. And slowly with this action, you saw things changing. And then we were so lucky to meet with Kutluhan. And he's very much he's from Italy, originally from Turkey, and he's so much into natural farming. He traveled the world for 7 years. And we needed this kind of practical impulse.
We were mulching trees, for instance, and he visited the land and say, this is a joke. I mean, this was like a little bit of mulch, like this thick, and that's not going to last even a week in summer. So he said you have to top it up until 50 centimeters, half a meter. So that's 2.5 feet.
Yes.
And so make it like a little volcano with so the stem of the tree isn't touched. And then the bottom is going to stay moist, if you're lucky, the whole summer. And otherwise you have to maybe give a little bit of water, but underneath that it starts to rot, fungus starts to develop. And then you have a good start for a tree to go through summer.
Everyone calls us, people who live here, their family. Hey, you're my family, you know. So because they had to, just 1 generation or 2 generations ago, if they didn't support each other, they died. You know, this little hut where we live on the mountain, it was completely self-sufficient. So it did exist before. It had a lot of problems, but it was possible. And people realized that they had to work together, because otherwise it was a matter of not surviving, which is completely different.
Even the outsiders that live here for 20, 30 years, they know they have to work together so the water flows, they have water and they have food. So they have a lot of experience with that. So they're really grounded in this area.
Do you feel like you're having that experience of what it's like to build a new economy and how that could work for others?
Well, we sometimes dream even of more people applying it.
Yeah. But on the other hand, we go to the hairdresser, which is our neighbor, and it's, you know, in return for something else. It's a contribution she gives for the community. And when we go to pick up the food baskets, we share, you know, the journey to pick them up, because it's a half-an-hour drive. So there are a lot of things which we do in exchange. Like, oh, you have your nuts to pick, we come and help you 2 or 3 days. Oh, you want some building advice? I have experience with that, I will come to you. And there's no fixed, no, it's not like, oh,
so many hours.
owe me 2 hours. It's a balance, it's very natural. So I must say, in this way, you have the feeling you always have everything what you need, even when, you know, one of our neighbors, he didn't have so much money, and then one of the others, they knew more people and they were calling for him to get a job. He's working construction and he got a job. Or if they need to have something done themselves and they have a little bit extra money, they hire someone over here, which they can pay. So they make sure that everyone's needs in the community are managed and are foreseen. So this is beautiful. You really feel that. So the appreciation and the people are more important. You want to make sure that everyone around you who you care for have what they need.
You know, if there's appreciation, you cannot destroy something, you know. So if there's appreciation of the land, you're going to treat it well. You know, so you're not just going to get what you can from the land and leave it barren. So it's the same with people. If you appreciate it, then the bonds of affection can also stay. You know, it's all related. But the other way of interaction, it just destroys a lot of things without noticing, until it's not there anymore.
And not knowing, being unconscious of where things come from, the things that you use, the things that you buy, where is it coming from? What is it destroying? Most people have no idea. Mm-hmm. So to be a little bit more curious and maybe investigate a little bit more, and then make a decision.